99% of people are using ChatGPT wrong, and I don't want you to be one of them. So here are 15 ChatGPT mistakes beginners make and how you can avoid them. Number 1. A new chat for every single prompt. The more information ChatGPT has, the better responses it can give you, but it can't access data from different chats. So creating a new chat every single time is like starting a diary every single day. Just don't do it. Mistake number 2. Asking ChatGPT to multitask. Believe it or not, multitasking is a very effective way of getting nothing done. And it's just as bad for ChatGPT as it is for humans. It's tempting to fit everything into a single prompt, but I can guarantee you that if you give ChatGPT 5 tasks to do, not a single one of them will be done well. A much better strategy is to take it one prompt at a time. Number 3. Asking ChatGPT to do math. Remember, ChatGPT is a language model, not a math model. And there is a reason why those are separate lessons in school. To be clear, you can use ChatGPT with math, and with simple problems, it will most likely be correct. However, once you start introducing variables and brackets, the chances that you'll get the wrong answer go through the roof. For math-related questions, consider using Wolfram Alpha instead. Mistake number 4. Oversharing. Something that you might not know is that every single message you put into ChatGPT will be used to train future models. That's why it's a very bad idea to put sensitive or confidential info there. Another bad idea is asking highly illegal questions, since there is a good chance that doing so puts you on some sort of a list. Number 5. Creating a yes man. Most people use ChatGPT as their yes man, asking it to validate their opinions and beliefs. However, this is very unprofessional, as it doesn't result in anything. Instead, tell ChatGPT to play devil's advocate. Ask it to criticize your idea, to find potential weaknesses in it. Doing so will greatly reduce the chances that you missed something. Mistake number 6. CtrlC. Look, I know a lot of you are using ChatGPT at school or at work, and I don't have anything against that. In fact, I think you should keep doing it. But never use the ChatGPT output without changing it somehow. There are a ton of AI checkers out there that can spot a ChatGPT message from a mile away. But even without those, it's quite obvious when you get an email written by ChatGPT. Number 7. Mixing different topics. Creating a new chat for every single prompt is dumb. You already know that. But mixing different topics in a single thread might be even dumber. You turn your chat history into an absolute chaos, and you will confuse the living F out of ChatGPT. Maybe I shouldn't use the word living, but you get the point. ChatGPT isn't like your human friends. If you suddenly change the topic, you will make it super confused, and you'll see that in the answers. So stay organized and start a new chat for each topic. Number 8. Anthropomorphizing the AI. If you're new to the AI community, then you probably have no idea what I just said. But basically, you shouldn't project human qualities onto AI. ChatGPT doesn't have the ability to think. It doesn't have emotions. It doesn't even have opinions. All it does is predict the next word based on the information included in its dataset. ChatGPT doesn't care if you're nice, if you compliment it, or if you insult it. Although maybe one day it will, so be careful. Number 9. Using inferior models. Currently, there are 3 main models in ChatGPT. GPT 3.5 Turbo, which is the default one. GPT 3.5 Legacy, this is the OG model. And finally, there's GPT-4. Now, if you're on the free version of ChatGPT, you only have access to the first 2 models that run on GPT 3.5, meaning you're completely missing out on the best AI model there is, GPT-4. I know, paying $20 is annoying, but I promise you, once you buy ChatGPT Plus, you'll be surprised by how good GPT-4 actually is. Number 10. Blindly trusting ChatGPT. If you ask ChatGPT for some facts enough times, you will see what's called hallucinating. This term is used quite a lot in the AI community, and it basically means making stuff up. That's why you should fact check everything ChatGPT tells you, especially if it's something important. Now you might be thinking, but David, why can't I just ask ChatGPT for sources? Which leads me to the next point. Asking ChatGPT for sources is a bad idea. You might get lucky and get sources that actually work from time to time, but usually ChatGPT will just give you fake links that lead nowhere. Personally, I experienced getting books that don't exist, interviews that never happened, and of course YouTube links that don't work. That's a classic. So if you're gonna fact check ChatGPT, you have to do it the old-fashioned way. Mistake number 12. Thinking that ChatGPT is creative. Most beginners have no idea about ChatGPT's limitations when it comes to creativity and originality. There is no point asking it for unique ideas when 90% of the time it totally sucks at that. The thing is, ChatGPT can only give you stuff from its training data, and that includes ideas. Luckily, there is a much better neural network optimized for creativity. It's called your brain. Number 13, not knowing what you want. This is perhaps the most common mistake among new ChatGPT users. People have a tendency to write the most vague and unclear stuff imaginable, which results in the most unhelpful answers imaginable. Giving ChatGPT adequate context is the number one rule of becoming a great prompt engineer. You have to know exactly what you want, but not only that, you then have to communicate it clearly using text. Number 14, assuming ChatGPT has perfect memory. Funnily enough, the memory is probably the biggest weakness of this AI. There is a limit to how many characters ChatGPT can remember. Once your thread gets too long, you will see that it starts making more and more mistakes, since it loses context of your early prompts and its early answers. Number 15, making decisions with ChatGPT. This is especially bad if the decision is particularly nuanced or complicated. ChatGPT doesn't have the context of your entire life. It doesn't know every single detail about the decision at hand, but you do. If you want to take part in building the biggest AI channel on YouTube, then fill out my hiring form. First link in the description.